Okay, guys, we should be live again there now. Please let me know if you can hear me fine, and please let us know that everything is all good and in the hood. So, jumping on now, I'm going to open up here now. And there we go, we should be live, we are. So, yeah, guys, welcome back. I know it was a quick minute. We've 5 people in. And hi, how you doing? Adam, howdy, Colin. How did Adam's lock say howdy, Colin, when he's in the car? Are we seeing things here? How is he doing that? How is he doing that? So guys, glad to see the likes coming in. Smash the like button. We'll go 10 likes this time. At 10 likes, we'll jump on with a car that you choose, guys. Let's get that in there. Smash that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon. Give us a like and get involved here. Loving to see all the little gifts popping up there as well. Smash them all day as well. And guys, if any questions, please let us know what you want to know, or if there's anything you'd like to see. Please as well, don't forget, getting the name of the car you'd love to see. Once we hit 10 likes, we will jump on for that onboard lap. And yeah, great to see Amanda's in there. We've got Miss Q in there. Michael is in. J-Bot Racing. Tom's in there as well. So we're up to 5 likes, halfway there. 5 more likes. But get the names of the cars you want to see for that onboard. That's also an important thing. And over on TikTok, guys, anyone that's watching, I hope you are doing well also. So looking on board, we're on with Crawford. Alex Crawford is now after taking over for Lulu. So Alex is now in with just over 2 hours to go. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Good news for Amanda, as Mike is in 8th position at the minute and going quite strong. Don't show the car 33, hard car to drive, says music, or music, should I say, IQ. So car 33, Kroll, that is. Sure, look, we never know. We're on 6 likes. Another 4 likes, guys, in this video, and we'll get the onboard done. So far, it's only car 33. If there's anyone else who wants to see a car, let us know. As Amanda's saying, go on, Mike. I'm sure Amanda's going to be voting to watch her brother. J-Bot Racing says 169, the race leader with no winky face. We still have 4 more likes to go, guys. There's 10 people watching. There's 4 people that haven't pressed that like. Instead of saying honk if you're horny, like if you love Tom. Because he's been working his butt off with this broadcast, doing a great job as always. Oh, nice one. Miski is the brother of the driver who is driving car 33. Okay. So we've got a 3-way go at the minute between 33, Mike, and car 169. But we do need 4 more likes before we get that going. 4 more likes on this stream. Feels like I'm selling something there by going and repeating myself with that stuff. Please know what to do, just smash it out of it, guys. On here now, this is one of my favourite cars anyway. This Lexus of Mervyn Mackenborg. Great to see someone out in it. The only Lexus on display here this evening, and they're doing a cracking job, let's be fair. They are absolutely doing a cracking job. Brilliant stuff. SSRI McLaren looks clean. It actually does look like a very nice car. It is. We had a good kind of look around that earlier on. It's a very, very good looking car. So Mervyn's doing his thing out there, guys. So we still need 4 more likes before we jump on to do a full onboard lap, maybe 2 laps. And another thing about it is, guys, we've 3 cars already picked. You've got the car 333, car 33 and car 169. Let us know if there's anyone else who wants to see anyone's car in particular. And we're on here now with car 56 with a very, 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 very higher pickup Oh, is that went to the back of the dirt? Who knows? But that's a tired looking porker there, that is. We should never let the Lexus for this season. Felt the pain overtaking it. Rethinking the switch back. Oh wow. Yeah, the Lexus is cool. I changed from the Aston this season to a 992, and it's been one of the funnest changeovers ever. I'm definitely slower than I am in the Aston, but it's just so much fun. Sometimes it's not always about having like the likes of the meta kind of cars. As Mervyn is on track here, fighting away side by side. It's not even for position there. That's with the last position getting out of the way. That's great stuff. I love seeing a little bit of a ding dong, even when they kind of capture. Oh, a bit of a rear ending going on for last place at the minute. We're up to 7 likes now, 3 more likes, and we've been on board to go on. But there's only 3 cars listed so far. Don't forget, if you want to see somebody, we're going to go on board with someone for about 2 laps. Once we get to 10 likes on this video. These were absolutely great to get the last video up to 43 likes for the part 1 of the stream. Let's beat up this part 2. See, can we beat it in the last? Imagine doing it in 2 hours. That'd be amazing. Went from Lexus to AMG, hate it. I never cursed so much during it. I think for me, I drove the Mercedes actually around Spa in the older version of the game, and I just found it was very understeery. I could never take a rouge flat. I was always just a little bit scared, if I'm being honest. Car number 6 is now being asked for by Michael Huizinga and lap with Leon. Well, we need 3 more likes, guys. There's 11 people watching it at the minute. 3 more of you, just smash that like. Let the people see what they want. As we're on now with Stephen Leckins in 26th position. As I say, we love seeing these guys persevere it out and get through it. It's absolutely great to see. Fair play to them. As we have Wesley Levels in the pits. Throttle oversteer, lift up oversteer, the name of the game in the ARG. That's kind of the same in the 992 to an extent. It's a car that can really hurt you, as Mike Ambrinoza is up in 7th position, and I think he's hoping, because Levels is still in the pit, to maybe get back up into 6th position here. So Mike Ambrinoza having a great stint so far, and the track temperature has stayed at 17 degrees, so it hasn't dropped anymore since the last probably hour or so that we've been here, about 42 minutes back live. So great stuff from Mike. It's what we like to see. So I don't think we're going to see a change in the fastest lap unless someone's on low fuel with fresh tyres at the end. Must say Ferrari's on rails in the dry, wet not so much. Yeah, I think it was one of your drivers was saying, it could have been yourself even, earlier on. They said the wet setup wasn't great, but yeah, the minute I seen you going to the dry track, oh my god, different level. And you're already 38 seconds clear as Sedator. After a pit stop, you're about 12 ahead or 13, so to pull out so much in such a short space of time, it's just ridiculous, because he's only out 21 minutes in that stint and he's pulled nearly 20 odd seconds. That's phenomenal. Guys, we need 3 more likes for this YouTube stream and we'll go on board with a car of your choice. So there's 4 cars picked: car 33, car 333, car 6 and car 169. Smash the like button, let us know who you want to see, and we'll get in there. I'm just going to wait. My team 33 just made a comment about the amount of panties given amazingly. I had one, my bad. Sure, look, it happens. And great to see all the other heads coming in. We're up to 14 viewers now. Let's get the likes up to 10, guys, and we'll get a lovely on board for a few laps there. And we're on now with Baz Van Mellis in the Mode 11, car number 11, funnily enough. And I do like the Mode 11 livery. It's very, very cool looking. The Ferrari is quite a cool car. be honest with you, I think the 488 was a better looking car in terms of style, but obviously the new Fezza is just so fast. It's just so fast. We're down to 6 likes now, so someone decided to take their like back. Wow. So you are car 169, yeah, so you're having the chats there, which is good, guys. Narcox P3, P4. Yeah, P3 at the minute and P4, about 2.6 seconds off. So once that gets a little bit closer, we're more than happy to jump on. We're giving everyone a bit of airtime while we can, while they are spaced out like this. And we have Wessels and Rue who are about the same kind of a gap as well, back further in the field. I'll tell you what, let's jump on if you can and don't mind, Tom, with the Geese in 21st position now. He's doing a great job in that 221. He's not far off getting that 20 position now. Great job there, and I'm sure Oliver and his team and the watch party will be enjoying seeing as well. Well, his teammates going into the pits just as we go on with him. So getting a bit of fresh rubber on, and this will surely be one more stop to go and being done. Fair play, fair play. So there's actually a close battle between Wessels and Rose now, about 0.6 of a second. So there is actually a battle on track, guys, so we're going to jump on with that in a second. And here we are on there with Wessels, with Rose just right ahead there now. It's stretched out a little bit there, just due to turn 1 getting by. Wow, 1.2 seconds, he's not that far off. The Aston in a straight line is an absolute beast. So let's see what he does. Can he catch back up? Because that got very, very close very, very quickly. Down to 0.9 now. That's just the power of the Aston in a straight line. Oh, much nicer line through there. And he's only half a second off now, so I'm wondering, maybe is Ruse struggling? I'm going to check, is he near the end of his stint? He is coming near the end of the stint, and Wessel is on a lot fresher tyres, so I think that's the reason why. And Ruse isn't even going to fight it that much. He's like, you know what, I'll let you boy, let's go on with it. Chat must be quick on the straights. It is super fast on the straights. That's the one thing I used to love about the Aston. One of those cars. As we have a yellow flag with Ruse going off, and Novak, there is a yellow flag as well. I don't know what's going on there. And Novak is still with a yellow. If we can just jump on him quickly just to see what's going on. Oh, but he's still spinning around. And now Marcia is in a yellow flag as well. So there's guys dropping out everywhere, but Marcia's back going now. Wow. People are starting to struggle, as we're now a lap 250. Yeah, that's, look, I love the Aston when I drive it. Oh no, Mike Amber knows it. Speaking of the Aston for me is probably the best all-round car as a race car. In terms of being the auto fastest, it's probably not there. I'd say in 1.8 it was getting there to be one of the fastest cars. But it just doesn't have the pace of the likes of the newer Ferrari. I think the newer Porsche might be slightly ahead, but I just don't have the talent to get it out of it, and I'm so used to the Aston learning the Porsche is quite a tough one. But yeah, it's just one of those cars that's just so nice. I'll tell you what, we might as well stay on with Mike Ambernoza for 2 laps anyway, guys. I won't be annoying you too much with the likes. Well, let's just give this one a go, and I'll be back to you in a second. He's doing a great job here, guys. He is about 1.3 seconds off. We'll stay in the on-board here with the two views. Looks absolutely phenomenal. And let's see for another lap, can he hunt them down? So guys, he is not unfortunately getting up by, but you know something, absolutely great fun to be watching. Great fun to be watching here. Now, so let me see what else is going on as we're on with Bas van Mellis. There's not really much in terms of close fighting going on the track at present, but you know, that's all part of it. It is what it is. Let me have a look here now. So guys, of all you that are watching here, GoGo Car 11 is being looked for as well. 1 second apart of 10 laps of race, or 10 hours of racing. That's an absolutely unbelievable thing that the guys are doing. So absolutely brilliant here. But Van Mellis is doing a great job there in that Mode 11 car. Hyundai gain, they're about 2 laps down as Fabio Soares is going into the pits there as well. Should be interesting to see how they get on. So yeah, on here now with Daniel Higgins. Daniel is doing a surprisingly good job, just relaxing in P17, doing his thing. He is about 31 seconds off Van der Water in 16th, and it's 18 seconds clear of Nadia in 18th position. So in a very, very good place. Very, very good place. 100%. Favorite Seifert. Yeah, well, that's very true. They're all doing absolutely amazing for a 12-hour stint. Any of these teams, they all deserve a hats off and well done, because it ain't easy. There's no way anyone can say that doing endurance racing is easy. It's one of the hardest things you'll ever do. If you don't believe me, give it a go. And give it a go in SSRI and race against all these crazy people. Amanda, will we ever get to see you on track now? You can show Mike up and Nelson. I think that would be hilarious. You come in and just beat them first time round. Let's see how we get on. We're here with Pascal Atkinson and doing a great job. Well done, Pascal. I'll call you Pascal Barline, will I? I will take up racing. That's what I like to see, Amanda. And Nelson, yeah, I remember Nelson's your uncle. The crazy racing family, we'll call you. Not that you're all crazy. But if you're related to them, I suppose you are in some way. On here with Marcia in the Audi. I'd say that's a tough old cookie to be cracking. He's doing a good job. It's nice and tidy. He's just doing his thing. Very crazy. I say him the most. Not at all. Not at all. You're a great crack. If you can't have the crack, what can you have? See. Still on with Marcia, guys. He's doing a decent job. Tipping around as we jump on with side deck now in 14th position in the Lamborghini. With Philippi is in the pits, guys. Car number 7 is in the pits there. Amanda, actually, how did your husband get on the stins? Because I did leave for a while, so I did miss out on how your husband got on. So racing's in this family. Between the uncle, the brother, the husband, she has to join them. That's what I like to hear. Every time Mike races, he asks for the link. That's what I genuinely like to hear. That's good. It's great to see support for people in these esports races. Absolutely brilliant. So Philippi stopped. Where will they come out now? So looking there, Van Schaik about 20 seconds off, and Mellis is about 1:15. Mike is 1.8 seconds off on Mellis. Be interesting to see. So Van Schaik has got about 2.1 seconds of a difference to Philippi. So Philippi's done enough to get out there in time, which is great to see. He can focus on getting back into the grips of things. He's about 30 minutes in the difference between Donaldson now has took over against Vitago, and Van Schaik that we're on with there is now 40 minutes on his stint. So it's a massive mix in the stints that people have been doing as well, which is very, very interesting. It's good seeing all this information coming into the final phase of the racing now, as we're down to 1 hour and 39 minutes, guys. He was in the chat fair. I thought he was racing. So Donaldson's doing a great job in the Porker. And we're up to 9 likes, guys. One more like and we'll go on board with the race leader 169. So someone who hasn't liked yet, hit that like button and we'll jump and do an onboard lap with the race leader as well. Be nice to get that little view on board with the guys who have really been dominating ever since the rain stopped in the first session, or in the first hour, should I say. Had to start all the way back at 12 today. They actually just, once they got ahead, it was, I think, hard for anyone to get by. Fair play to them. It's all about persevering out no matter what, and that's what they have been doing. Although I'm still delighted seeing the Lexus in 13th position. It's not an easy car to drive, especially with all the faster cars now after the BOP, as it's called. Scott's doing quite a tasty job. He's nice and consistent with the corners and very, very smooth. Let me have a look at the gaps. So he's about, what, half a second off. Donaldson is off him now, so this is going to start getting really tasty. And also Mike Ambernosa is getting very close to Van Melle, so we're going to have 2 really close battles going on track. Let's see how this unfolds. At the minute, they're both identical, about 0.7 off. It's like they're just following each other. $258 laps in, 1 hour and 36 minutes to go. And it is still as open. What's my prediction? What did I say that time? I said number 7 from 169 from 333. I honestly, I don't see anybody beating 169 with the performances they're putting in. I'm going to be absolutely honest when I say that. I'll say 169. Definitely 94. 7 still has a chance, I think, of catching 74, but I think 74 has it. Being honest now, I know it's far out, and I'll probably be proven wrong, as I normally am wrong, as you can tell. Yeah, it's hard to know. I still would like to see car 333 up there more, and not just because you're in here, Amanda, but you know, I like the guys, I know them all as well, and I'd like to see them do very well. But just so you know as well, if they had you on the team, they'd be winning. Yeah, look, I think 7 has a chance, but genuinely, I think 74, the guys are just absolutely rapid. Yeah, I think it's too close to call. I think that's the fairest thing to say. It's too close to call. So, Amanda, if you were in this, how quick would it take for you to be taking the lead of the race? It would be winning. That's what I like to hear. So we're on with Mike at the minute. Mike is doing a great job. You must have taught him well. Well, he is. Honestly, anytime Mike's in a car, you just know it's going to be consistent. Especially with the likes of Chris, Matty, and I can't remember the other teammate's name. I do apologise, I'm brutal. Team Abbey Racing, they're doing well. They always seem to be at least in the top 5, top 10 in any endurance I've ever seen, commentated on, or been a part of, where they were in it. So Mike is about 1 second off now at the minute. Van Schaik is about 1.7 off Donaldson. And they are the closest battles, guys. As Van Joren is in the pits. It's a long pit. I really do love delivery on that. 20 minutes, I'd get to the front. Whoa. Chris, man, I don't. Wow. Guys, you've heard it here. You don't want Amanda to be joining this endurance. 20 minutes to get from there to the front. Yeah, esports out the door. She's a secret esports driver. I heard she teaches Max Verstappen how to drive as well, so just be watching out for that. On here now with Fidago? Yeah, I can say that. Fidago. That's the name. And even in real life, Mike's a great driver, is he? Mike, do you know what? I really like Mike. He's just one of these decent, gentle blokes. He's a good dude. He is a very good dude. I'm not just saying that because we're talking on the stream to his sister, but he is a good dude. Oh, are you? Jesus. I don't know, you should be in here doing comms now at this stage. Come further back. Looking at the stint times and looking at where everyone is, it's going to be interesting come the last half an hour of the race. There will be some very interesting battles happening. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to give too much away on the stream, as if I pretend I know what I'm talking about. My TikTok is Horsebox Streams. My TikTok is Horsebox Streams. And we've got James Mead. Would you be able to drag him in, Tom? Good man. James, how are you getting on?
You're alright. Yeah, I feel better now. I've had a shower after that.
I'd say you need a shower and a few bottles of beer, I think.
Yep, that's exactly what I've got.
Do you want to talk us through what you've done today? Honestly, James, you've drove like an absolute legend.
It was a lot of tyre management, to be honest, in my stints at least. I know in my first stint, I killed them quite early on, so that double stint, I was just so conscious of killing the tyres, but I don't know what it was, just seemed to connect to the car so much better, and it was a dream to drive, to be honest, in those two stints. I know Robin was nervous to take over this stint, and is still nervous now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's doing a great job. He's a little bit behind me and Yonti in lap time, but not much. But I think that's making him feel a bit nervous with the pressure that the 94 are putting on us. But it's good fun. It is good.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, there's still 26 seconds of a gap between us now. I can see it is going down slowly but surely. But, you never know. Like, looking at it, there is you're about 10 minutes ahead or behind stint-wise. So they're going to be due kind of 10 minutes before you. So the only thing you could probably think about doing, I don't even know, you probably won't be able to stretch it out to the end.
No, yeah.
No, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, we're not going to... The whole thing, after they got that DT, which was unfortunate for them because they had the best position at that point before it, after that it was just, let's just drive our race and not take any undue risks. Even in the wet, we were like, let's change for tyres, and it turns out that a fair few people had blowouts on the tyres, so that was the right call because we noticed they got one right before the end of their stint. So that helped us. So yeah, we're trying to play it safe and steady. They're the ones that have to do the work and push. So they're more likely to make a mistake if we can just stay relaxed and bring it home. Yeah,
true. Look, when you're in the lead, it's always grand, but it's until that point though in the race where it comes to the last few minutes. Do you reckon he has a bit of pace at hand and is maybe managing as well? I know you're saying he's a little bit nervous, but do you reckon that he's putting a little bit of pace in hand, just to be sure?
Oh yeah, he's got a bit more in him for sure. He's trying to just manage it a lot. The car's got more in it. I know when I was driving him that last stint, Yonti actually came in when I did the 17.9 and he said, slow down, you do not need to push that much, because I was just determined to try and get the fastest lap. So yeah, he was telling me off to chill out. So yeah, he's definitely got more in the car. It's just trying to make sure it keeps a good pace, but it's been a mega race, to be honest. It's been awesome battling with the 94. They've put us under a lot of stress, and yeah, it's been awesome.
Absolutely. I kind of feel a little bit sad that 74 had to pit just before the race started, because I can only imagine how tough that race would have been now. They've gone from a pit stop start to third place at the minute.
They've done a mega drive, to be honest. I've been watching them through the race, because right at the start, we were you kind of ear peg people who you think are probably going to be good just looking at practice, and yeah, the 94 and the 74, And the 990 and the number 7 were definitely like they were our watch cars, because we know they've got fast people in there. We know they're going to perform well. So yeah, it was when they took the pit. We felt a bit bad for them. I mean, it made it a little bit easier for us, but it were a loss to see them drop. But how much they've caught back is phenomenal, to be honest.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, in my eyes, they get drivers of the day for sure for doing that. Like starting so poorly and then having that comeback, that's mega by them.
Do you know what? I'd agree with you there, but I would give a little shout out to the Lexus in 13th position. I don't know why, but I'm just so impressed that they have the Lexus up there.
Yeah, I think I've raced against, I'll probably butcher his name, Mackenberg, but I think I've raced against him a few times. And he's a brilliant guy and a brilliant driver, and that whole team, they've been really good all season long, to be honest, in that Lexus, because it's not an easy thing to drive quick. So
no,
yeah, they've been doing awesome.
Absolutely, you're absolutely legends. That's what I like to see. It's good to see, but like I have to say, yeah, you definitely seem to struggle at the start of the race in the wet, but it did come back to you. Now, we had one of your teammates in earlier on. It was down, he reckons, just that the setup was wrong for the wet, but obviously in the dry, it's just come to its own. Like, it's been an absolute demon for you.
Oh, it has. I mean, Yonti, me and Yonti normally create the setups, and it's same as like at Bathurst. He loves a rocket ship, so he likes just taking wing off everything. So there was a few debates about it. I was recommending him up the wing a little bit in case of the rain, but to be honest, it didn't. We were slower, and it is a bit more twitchy. But with the way that it's panned out, fortunately, we've had a lot more dry than wet, so it's favoured us in that.
Yeah, no, you've been absolutely unbeatable, really, to be fair, today. And it's been really impressive, if you ask me, just how well you have gone, because it's to keep the consistency for the full 12 hours. That's the hardest part, and especially when you change stints, you're coming back then and the track is cold or there's completely different conditions. The adaptability of all yous has been absolutely outstanding.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been good. And I mean, I think everyone, to be honest. I've seen some yellow flags, but to be honest, I haven't seen that many, unless you've seen more. But I think everyone's driven really well with the conditions, especially driving on the slicks in the wet and damp. That's certainly tricky up Eau Rouge. So I haven't seen much people go off or have incidents. I could be wrong, but I genuinely haven't. So I think everyone's driven brilliantly today.
You know, honestly, I think everyone has done an amazing job. Unfortunately, there was a few that had issues. I know car 221 had disconnects, and then one of the drivers had a big crash. So they're just fighting to try and get themselves into, I think it's P20. They want to get into top 20. So they're 2 positions off. I think that's doable. So it's great to see the guys even further back as well in 26th position in the Aston Martin. They're quite a long way off, but the fun of endurance racing, they're going to stay going to the end, and it's great to see that, isn't it?
Well, yeah, definitely. I think that's one of the biggest and best reasons with this league and in these endurances as well. The amount of people that stay, no matter what issues they get or anything like that, they stick the race out to the end. Like, everyone has to be proud and like just cheer them all on, because I mean, we all have bad luck, we all have terrible races, but there is a tendency for a lot of people to drop out. But people stick to it. It's a long day to devote yourself to do it, especially if you've had a rough thing. So it takes a lot, and credit to everyone who's had issues and stuck in as well.
Absolutely. And I was going to ask you about the back markers as well. How good have the blue flags been tonight for you? Have they been very efficient? Have you been held up at any stage?
Honestly, brilliant, to be honest, tonight. There was one close moment, but I genuinely think that was a little bit of, they were shocked when I approached them at the corner, just the difference in approach speed, but they moved out of the way, and I didn't know they were going to do, because I think it was just one of those rash movements, but there was no contact and moved through nice and easy. They did get out of the way, but that was just one of those things that happen sometimes with back markers. You can't tell sometimes. That wasn't on them, that was just a situation thing. But everything else, everyone's been brilliant. I haven't had an issue. It's been brilliant driving all day, all through it so far.
Brilliant. That's what we love to hear. Absolutely. And you're very lucky, by the way. There's a viewer that's watching called Amanda Molinek, so hopefully I'm saying that right. Now, apparently she would in 20 minutes get from Let me have a look now from 9th position to 1st position. So you're very lucky she's not driving tonight.
Get into the next one. We'll have a go.
Absolutely.
No, more the merrier anyway. We need more. We need more. More the merrier. It just makes great racing, and the trickier it is, to be honest, the better it is. The more satisfying the win as well. So, yeah, it's always good.
Absolutely, I agree with that one completely. And for yourself then, for the next endurance race with the team, how are you feeling? Have you got kind of any work in yet for Silverstone, or was it just solely focused on tonight?
Oh, I haven't looked at Silverstone at all. Like, not a thing on that yet. I'm not normally a big fan of Silverstone, so
oh, really?
I'll need to get a bit of practice in. But yeah, Jonty loves it. Like, Jonty loves Spa, and to be honest, I think in this last stint he'll take the fastest lap. I can just tell, unless the 94 have something else to say, which they might do. But yeah, if he does that at Silverstone as well, then we'll be on for it. But I'll definitely need to grind it, because I'm a tyre killer. Jonty's like a tyre whisperer. I don't know how he does it, but
that's fair. And how are you finding adapting with the 1.9 update and then with the new car as well? How have you been enjoying the last few weeks with it?
I don't know, really. Like, there's times where I like it, and then there's times where I hate it. And I think that there's a lot of bop changes that are happening quite frequently, and I think that dictates how you feel at certain tracks in certain cars. But consistently wise, I think the feeling's nice. The way they've done the curbs and everything like that feel a lot better. And I love this Ferrari. I just love it. I mean, it's brilliant to drive. So yeah, I'm happy with it in that sense. But I used to like chopping and changing cars, but I think I'll just stick to the Ferrari for now.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. When you jump and change cars, it's so hard to get super consistent and fast. I find, well, if you just stick with one car, it might be only the track you need to kind of learn if you're running the car an awful lot, but or racing an awful lot, should I say. But yeah, the Ferrari seems to be up there. The new Lamborghini in the wet seems to be the best car in the wet, from what I've come across.
Yeah, I think the Lamborghini's quite a strong car pretty much everywhere now. Just the thing that draws me to this game, that I love this game for, but at the same time I hate it, is you have to drive the cars differently because they've all got different driving styles. And as much as I love the Audi and the Lamborghini, I cannot drive them. So it's I can't get the pace out of it. So I've just got to look at them and like envy their speed. But it is what it is.
And then look at that. The Lamborghini to me is one of the best looking cars in this game.
Yeah, the only satisfying thing about the Lamborghini beating me is I can listen to the engine of it and I can look at it. So, like, I've got to take the positives where I can.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. To be fair, they do sound absolutely killer, don't they?
Yeah, one of the best. That, and I think the Porsche are probably the best sounding cars in the game.
Yeah, well, out of the fast cars, but you have to remember the old V12 Aston Martin. That's a screamer.
Yeah.
That is a screamer.
To be honest, that's a little secret weapon at Bathurst if you ever want to have a laugh. It's rapid round there still.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know. We had a mess about race a few days ago there, and I was surprised by how fast and competitive it would be.
Wow, okay. That's very interesting to know. I know if I'm ever doing a one-off event, that's what I'll be picking. See, Mike Amberno's in saying it was a tough gig today. Their team is running down in 9th position. But there has been a few guys finding it tough. Yeah. They haven't had it as easy as you know.
I know, but that's if I remember correctly, that's Chris Vickers' team, is it? The 333? Yeah. They've had some really good pace, so I mean, I haven't seen what bad luck they've had, but it's unfortunate because they have had really good pace all race from what I've seen.
Yeah, no, they are. They're a good team. They are a very good team. I know they've got Matty Gamble in with them as well. He's a great driver. Then I'm just looking as well. There was a few other teams that I think... Well, actually, just as I'm saying that, sorry, the gap now for your teammate versus P2, 19 seconds. So he's after pulling in over 7 seconds now.
Yeah, it's going to get tight.
Quite tight, isn't it?
Yeah. To be honest, I'm kind of glad I don't have to jump in and deal with that stress now. I can just kind of sit and quietly watch on the sidelines.
Fair.
But yeah, a lot of people have been driving really, really good, and it's just unfortunate when they have bad things. I mean, I've raced in this league for a fair while now, so a lot of the names are familiar. The one positive I would say about 1.9, it seems to have brought a lot of people a lot closer. Like, there's a lot more names coming, like, even quicker every time, so that's definitely the positive, I'd say.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you there. I said that as well, that it's after really resetting the playing field, per se, for a lot of people. And it's great to see it, because it means then that people are getting to be unsung heroes. People who mightn't have always been up there with the faster guys are now kind of shining, because the new bop and all seems to suit their driving style.
Yeah, exactly. I think it is a completely different, well, not completely, but it is very different, I think, in the driving style. There's a lot more ways to do it, and some people never had a bad driving style, but it just might have not been the one that was perfect for 1.8, but now it's coming to the top. So it's good to see more names getting getting even higher up and challenging more. Like, the more competitive it can be, the better it is.
Absolutely, that's what we want to see. We want to see everyone fighting each other all the time, obviously to the best of their ability, and not having any dirty kind of incidents or anything like that. And that's one thing SSRI have been very strong with in all their all their races, endurances, and the league racing. They've been absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, look, I'm really looking forward to the next race already, even though we still have an hour and 15 minutes left in this one. It's yeah, it's been phenomenal. And you guys, I'm sure, will have many a beer now if you do get the race win. Although there's still, as I say, an hour and 15 minutes to go, and that gap ain't getting any bigger. But then again, P2 are now in the pits, so surely your teammate could get into the pits and finish in an hour and 15 minutes, would he?
He could, but I think we're going to try and maybe just get him a little bit less fuel, so then he doesn't have to push quite as hard to get the lap time. I think that is the rough plan, but I'm sure I'll have to jump back in the next minute anyway to be on drive-through cut watch.
Oh no, absolutely. Well, look, if you want to go there now, I don't want to be holding you up for that, but thank you so much for popping in. But by all means, please pop in at the end of the race with the guys, or even if you want to have a chat before the end of the race, pop back in, mate. You're always more than welcome to come in and watch the end of the race with ourselves here, as Baz Van Mellis has a 10-second penalty. Hobart has a 15-second penalty there as well. There's a few penalties popping up now, so the stewards are obviously hard at work.
It's all kicking off now for the last hour for you.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I'll jump off now, but thanks for having me, and you're doing a great job. The streams are awesome as well, and everyone in the background at SSRI, like all the stewards and stuff. I know it's difficult to give a lot of time, but it's very much appreciated by all of us racing, so thanks a lot.
Fair play. Thanks very much, guys.
Take care.
And, cheers, mate. Yeah, I think that's a fair point as well. All the stewards and the likes of Tom in the background there as well, and the guys organise the events. They put an awful lot of their own time on to do this. They all have real lives. They're real people, except for Tom. I'm still convincing you that he's the Stig and doesn't have a voice or anything. Hopefully, he's believe me, but we'll see. But it's been absolutely crazy, guys. We are now into the last bit of it, as Mike and Mandy having a brotherly sisterly conversation in the chat. Mike, just so you know, Amanda's let it slip that she's the faster driver. Although she says you're a good driver in real life, if she was in the car when you were in 20 minutes, she would have been into the lead. So, and I believe her as well. I absolutely believe her. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, press that like button and the bell icon to get notifications when SSRI are live next. We're on 9 likes, guys. Can we please get over 10 likes? We got the last stream up to 43 likes for part 1. Let's get part 2 even over 10 likes. That'd be an amazing achievement. You've been very generous. As this is it. This is now down to the business, as I call it. The last hour is where it's going to be all or nothing, and people are going to be driving, giving it everything. So another minute and a half, we're going to go on board, I think, for a lap or two and get prepared for the last hour of this absolutely amazing endurance. My Collins calling the cat right now. Amanda, you come on, Collins. have Amanda on comms to the end would be absolutely brilliant. So you're more than welcome to join us, Amanda. And you can tell us some stories about Mike when he was a kid and embarrass him in front of all the boys, you know, and ladies. So Holman now is about a minute 50 ahead, and it's going to be about a minute 50 of a pit stop. So this is going to get super interesting. What has been the fastest pit stop? A minute 48 is what P2 have done. 34 seconds stopped. Very interesting. A minute 46 pit stop for Ducky there not too long ago. I think a minute 46 is the fastest we've seen. There's no one been under a minute 46. So, Amanda, if you go to... Are you in the SSRI Discord? If you're not on the Discord, if you can join the Discord, and I'll get Tom to give you the broadcaster role. And at the very bottom, when you scroll down, you'll see a channel where we're both in. And once you join that chat, then you'll be able to watch this stream live through the Discord. It'll be real time, and we can chat away. Not a bother at all. And you can tell me about all your F1 experience as well. And the interview rating room should be actually visible, so you can even just join in and go straight down to the bottom. You'll see it's called, I think it's T1. Oh no, is it T1 rating room? Yeah, T1 interview waiting room it's called. And we'll be more than happy to get you in. So with that, we're actually going past a minute and 10, or an hour and 10 now. So what we're going to do, we are going to just go on and on with, we're going to go with the leader. Can we jump on with the leader, do a lap with the leader, and then we'll come back on? And I'm just going to send Amanda the link to the Discord and all there now. I'll actually send it through TikTok since you joined that. I'll be back in a minute, guys. If we can jump on board now. So Amanda, I've sent you the link there. Once you get that and join into the interview room, we'll be with you in a second. I'm just going to go grab another ginger and apple juice shot to help me out voice. I haven't calmed in a few months, so I'm definitely feeling it today. And now my throat has been burned again, and hopefully be burned out to get me through the next hour. So yeah, this is great going. So Hakala in the 169 is still leading. Has a 17-second gap to Baranki now in P2. Let me look down. Vigado is about a minute and 59 behind, so quite a gap then. And that was a huge achievement as well. Their last pit stop was only 1 minute and 46 seconds, so they're 2 seconds quicker in the pit lane being stopped. They were 32 seconds stationary versus 34, which is massive. So we're hoping that Amanda can find her way. I've sent her the link, so let's hope. That they can find their way in. If they can't, they can't, but if they do, that'll be amazing. I'm keeping an eye there as well. Oh, you've joined, okay. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you will see a T1 commentary chat where you'll see me and Tom. If you jump into the channel underneath called T1 Interview Waiting, and I'll be able to drag you across once you're in. As Jonas Hackler is doing a great job out in P1 and he's stretching the legs now. We know how quick he is. He showed it in the first 2 stints, especially when it got onto that dry. And we're expecting big things with the whole talk of going for the fastest lap as well. Even though he already has it, he reckons he's going to try to go even faster. So that'll be an interesting one to find out, can he do that? It's always a bit of fun. As we have Van Melis in the pits, he'll be serving that 10 seconds time penalty there as well. So that's going to be very interesting. I love that from Nelson. You need to buy steering wheel and pedals now. That's what we love to see. Let me have a look. Oh yeah, so I see Mandy are in, so let me have a look, Mandy. I'm going to see, can I tag you to it? Where is the general chat here? So my new guys, I'm going to go to the normal chat here, right? Okay, so Mandy. I'm wondering, does she have to pick any roles when she joins? Okay, I think you might have to accept the rules with the... When you join, it just asks you to accept the rules. So once you accept the rules, you should be able to... Yeah, at the bottom of the rules channel, there's a green icon. You click on that green icon, and it gives you access to the full Discord, Amanda. And then if you scroll down, you should be able to see us. So see 40 people, 1,400 people have liked it. Once that goes to 1,401, Amanda, it's pretty much in then, which is grand. We'll keep an eye on the racing while that's happening, as Vigago in P3 is in the pits for the last time. I think Donaldson will have to pit again. There's still 30 minutes in his one. Benton can definitely... He's going to have to pit again. Verhoeven will go to the end. Donaldson will pit. Crawford will pit. And I think Chris Vickers will have to pit because he's 25 minutes in now. Yeah, he'll have to pit again. But that'll be a splash and dash. But then again, it's such a long pit lane. It's not really a splash and dash. It's a pain is what it is. Right, so we're waiting. Amanda should be hopefully be able to find her way now down to ourselves, and I'll drag her in then. So down the very bottom, deadly. So just scroll down to where you'll see broadcasting. It's a group or an area, and you'll see then the T1 commentary with both myself and Tom in it. You jump into the channel underneath, the yellow mark beside it, T1 waiting room, and we will drag you in. Yeah, bound by the stint timer. Yeah, unfortunately, Mikey's really are, and I wouldn't mind. It's not even by that far. I'm just wondering, I think the rain at the start kind of caught a lot of people out when it dried after 30 minutes. And when it dried that time, it was like nearly an instant dry track. Within about 5 minutes, it went from soaking to bone dry, which made no sense. And I see Mandy's in. I'm going to drag her in here now. At long last, we have the fastest Ambernosa / Molinix around, and actually a certified Formula 1 driver. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad yourself. Are you looking forward now to joining these guys in track soon, yeah?
Yes, I'm just letting them practice a little bit because, you know, I don't want them to feel too bad when I beat them.
Yeah, it'd be kind of embarrassing if you just got in and were like 10 seconds faster a lap. You kind of want to be nice to them.
Exactly.
But sure, look, how have you been enjoying the race? No, actually, no, before we even talk about racing, tell us about the birthday party. How was it?
It was really good. It was really hot, but really good.
Nice one. And how much cake did you have?
Do you have Colin the Caterpillar? Do you know Colin the Caterpillar cake?
I'm honestly going to pretend I know that, but I really don't.
I think it's Waitrose. It was really good. I only had a bit because I'm on a diet, so...
Nice one. But look, if you cut the full cake in half, you're only really having half a slice, you know what I mean? So...
Yeah, exactly.
The silver linings. But yeah, I have to say, your brother Mike has done a great job tonight, and all of their team with Chris as well.
I obviously caught the start of his first stint, and then I caught like the end of it because I was out. But yeah, no, I think generally he's really good, and wherever they place today, I'm proud of them no matter what. Anyway.
Are you just saying that to be nice? Are you not thinking to the lads, right lads, you need to do better? If I'm going to be joining in being 10 seconds faster, you need to get your game up.
Well, no, a bit of both really. I am nice to him. He's nice to me. But no, generally, like, just, you know, 12 hours is a long time. So to everybody, that's really great.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely not easy doing a 12-hour endurance race, and keeping the consistency up for the full race as well is very, very tough.
Yeah.
For yourself then, what would you actually really consider getting into race with the guys at some stage?
Do you know what? No. I've tried it a couple of times and I just can't, I can't get the hang of it. Well, I say I try. When I see Mike, I go on his rig a little bit and yeah, I'm not good.
Yeah, but then again, you could be great in the commentary box, you know what I mean? This could be another side thing for you.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I might have to learn the rules a little bit better and not have to ask every 5 minutes what's a DT and what's a this and a that. But I'm learning. I'm learning.
But that's it. Just write down, have a notepad beside you, DT with drive-through, and, you know, that's the kind of stuff I do normally. If I'm doing commentary for a long time, I'll have notes all around me of stuff that's happened and being able to discuss that later on and that. And, you know, women are way better at multitasking than men. Let's be fair. Is it smarter of both kind of genders? Let's be fair about that.
I am so glad that you've openly said that because we are.
Any smart man will always say that.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
But what about your husband? Would he be into racing himself, or is it just he enjoys watching as well?
He races, but not like he's got a steering wheel and some pedals. I don't know what he races, but he races on something, but not like to the level that Mike and Nelson and that do. He just sort of does it for fun as opposed to, I don't know, like a passion to that extent, I suppose.
Yeah, that would make sense there. And Nelson's trying to be helpful, which he said DTs don't do that.
Yeah, but he's very good at telling me don't do that.
No, he's not wrong either.
No. No. It's a shame to not have seen Nelson racing because I've not actually seen him race at all. So it would be really good to see him race at some point.
Yeah, he's actually quite a good racer, for honest. I won't pick him up too much. I don't want to give him a big header at him like that, you know. But he's actually a very good pilot in the car as well.
He's a good racer for an old boy.
He's only 21. That's what he told me anyway. I believe him.
Well, if he's 21, then I'm only 3. I don't know.
Don't be hanging him out to dry.
Right. No, but Mike did say before that Nelson's a really good driver, so, I'll take his word for it. But he'll have to prove it and get on a race one day.
Absolutely. And I tell you, in the chat here, you can press watch. Did you press watch so you can actually see the live stream as well? You'll actually see it in real time because the YouTube stream is about 30 seconds behind.
I don't even know where I'm pressing or anything, so no, I haven't pressed anything.
Okay, so if you, in the Discord chat, are you using your phone or a computer?
My phone.
So if you press on the phone, you should see a thing for the broadcast saying watch.
Back on the page? I'm not very good at this.
Let me have a look. I'm going to jump onto my own phone. Hopefully it doesn't pull me out of this. So if I go into that, so I'm in SSRI, I go to the commentary chat. So when you press on the T1 commentary chat, you should be able to press watch stream under Tom Van Meer. Or Van der Meer. He'll kill me for not saying his name for me.
Yeah, got it.
There you go. Because you'll actually see exactly what we're looking at as well.
Ah, okay. Because I did notice my husband's, so when you were like, get some likes, I was like this! And I noticed his was a bit ahead of mine. So I suppose, yeah.
Nice. Well, actually, through this channel, because we're watching it live and commentating on it live, this is exactly what when I'm talking, and you'll hear it about 20, 30 seconds later, this is what we're talking about. But here we are. On with Chris Vickers in the car 333. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much faster are you than Chris? Because Chris is very slow, isn't he?
No, I'm not going to say he's slow. And I'll be seriously honest, I don't think I'd be faster than any of them. Yeah, I'm not. Michael's like, change gear. I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, well, what's up with seeing car 7 in 5th place spin?
Oh, no.
That's, do you know what? I think they got a little bit afraid knowing there's a Formula 1 driver in with us in the commentary booth.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Well, see? I think I am 333's lucky charm.
Definitely. There's only 53 seconds now behind Leach, and if I look at the gaps in terms, so Leach is only pitted, Chris does have to pit again, so to be honest with you, I don't think 5th position is on the cards. And possibly it could be down to 7th position because, or even further, because 7th, 8th and 9th have all only pitted. They can definitely go to the end. So unfortunately the pit stop is the one thing that's getting is the stints that the guys do. They will definitely have to pit again. That's a tough one for Chris.
Yeah, because I think Mike said in the comments that their tank is smaller, so they weren't even making it to the end of their time. They'd have to go in for refueling. I think that's something to that effect.
Sure, look, it could be worse. And what do you think about this going from the daylight to the darkness as well? It's quite an interesting thing. It's another thing to understand as well, because when you're on board with these cars in the day and night, obviously you're losing an awful lot of reference points as well of where you are and where to brake.
I mean, it's so realistic. Like, I looked out my window and I was like, oh my god, it's dark out, and it's dark on the race, and I just think I struggle to drive in the dark normally, so I don't know how they can do the speeds that they're doing, know when to slow down, change gears, speed up. Like, it's crazy. Yeah,
it's absolutely crazy. But I suppose at this stage I've been doing it now for nearly 11 and a bit hours. I'm sure it's nearly like reading, I suppose, falling asleep now. It's just that easy to do. It's in a routine that they just keep doing it over and over.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite much as well. Like watching Mike do it, he's got like fans and all sorts like blowing at him, and he gets like really hot, and I'm like, how do you get hot just playing a computer game? And then when I did it, I was like, it makes sense. Plus the heat that we've got now, I don't know how they've done it for that amount of time. Like, hats off to people who've managed to do it all day.
Absolutely, it's absolutely as physical as can be, and especially with the track drives. And you're concentrating so hard as well. It's mentally draining as well as physically for the guys.
Yeah.
The girls, because Lulu done an amazing job actually. I hope you were giving Lulu, your fellow female, a push forward there. I think she was in car 990 earlier on now with Crawford bringing it home. She did amazing racing earlier, defending some of the guys for 5th and 6th position at the time.
I didn't even see a female in there. Oh wow, that's great. That's lovely to hear. Yep, watch out guys, I'm coming for you. I'm the next female. I'm on my way.
That's brilliant. And now we're being joined as well by Oliver Anderson. He was racing and his teammate is in 23rd position. Oliver, welcome along, mate.
Hello, thank you for having me once again. It's midnight, so it's gin and tonic time. Oh, yes, now we can say alcohol stuff when it's after midnight, of course.
Nice. Nice one, Oliver. Mandy, who's in with us, is actually Mike Abernose's sister as well. So if you want to get any gossip on Mike, now's your chance.
Hi.
Hi. Are you single?
Hello, is this the dating service?
Stephen is with you.
She's happily married.
Well,
happy, but you know.
Well, this problems is gone anyway.
I hope Mike is not listening.
Yeah, don't tell my wife either.
I know my husband's watching the stream from the other room, so I'll probably get told off in a minute.
There's delay, so you can run to safety.
Yeah, definitely.
So I guess you're cheering the...
on the chat. Mike's just told you off on the chat.
Oh, poor Mike. Unfortunately, we can't see the chat, so he can say what he wants. Ha ha ha.
Oliver, unfortunately, you're down in 23rd position at the minute. Let me have a look at the gaps for you. You are about... Yeah,
we just had another tie-through, so...
Yeah.
It's that kind of race for us.
But still, you're not last. You're still persevering, so at least you have that.
Yeah, about that.
Oh, Jesus.
Now the plan is not to finish last. That's the only thing that matters now.
Yeah, still, it's a bit of crack either way. It's not too long to go. We're
In order to finish, we have to finish last first.
Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning, but when you're 20 laps down, it does matter.
Yeah.
Be grand. We see, just so you know as well, car number 2 is a 15-second time penalty still yet to be served. So I'm assuming they should be in the pits soon enough as well. Interestingly, yeah, they'll definitely have to pit. There's still a few that have gotten the pits wrong. Whether it is a fuel tank issue or not, I'm not sure, but there's a good few people that have kind of got the timing off slightly.
What?
In terms of pit stops, there will be a few people that will still have to pit again, even though there's only 47 minutes left.
Yeah, that's the people who haven't calculated their stretch correctly, or they're coming out with low fuel at the end to try and snatch the fastest lap of the race.
True. What would you do, Mandy, if you were here now? Would you pit very late on and go for the fastest lap just at the end if you know you have to pit again, or would you just pit in early enough and just get home?
I think I'd try and get my fastest lap if I can, and just keep going and pit at the last minute, because you know, if you know that you're not in pole position or you're not going to get podium, then you might as well just enjoy your last, get your fastest lap. If you're not fighting for pole anymore, then just go for it.
100%, I'd agree with you there. Now, I don't know if Oliver would agree with you either, though.
Just full send all the time. It's the only way we know. So yes, I'll do it.
Remember, I'm not a professional, so I'm just, winging it.
Yeah, we actually need a new strategy advisor at our team, so if you want to betray your husband once more than...
Yeah.
Wow.
We are offering. We will invite you into the OnlyFans account we have on the team.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god!
That's the 220 car, by the way.
Amanda, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. Just remember that my uncle's in the chat as well. So just.
Remember, I befriended Oliver 13 years ago, and I have to listen to this every time.
You're going to have Mike and Nelson and her husband coming to kick your ass.
Oh, dude.
It'd be grand. Guys, there's only 45 minutes to go now. I do reckon once the last few pit stops are done, there's going to be a few close battles again on the track, which I'm looking forward to.
Maybe not. We'll have to wait and see.
That's it. Tune in to the next Bat channel. But just so you know, the fastest lap has been beaten. Hakala has now done a 2:17.817. She's going just over a 10 faster. The guys on a different level. He's 22 seconds clear of second position now, who are a minute and 17 seconds ahead of Spanklink. But you have to say, and I think one of the guys I was interviewing earlier on is 100% right. Spanklink's team deserve to be like the drivers of the day in terms of what they've done. They would started in the pit lane and still got a home up into third position, which is a phenomenal achievement.
Well, it's only not for them. They are so stupid fast that was kind of expected, to be honest. After a pit lane start, they only lost about 2 minutes on that. So, yeah. It's the alien team. When you have Sem and Ken with Dargo in the same team, you are bound to get a podium. There's no way around it.
We'll watch out for 3-2-3 next time, because if Amanda jumps in as well, she's about 5 seconds a lap quicker as well than the guys. So
there's room in our team as well.
I mean, whichever needs the most winning races, then I'm game.
Yeah, well, you can have the 219 car, the X-Hamster sponsored car with. You can have Mooney in that car as well. I heard that he's looking for a team.
Oh yeah, I'm going to set up my new team. Me and Amanda are going to take his all on and win.
Yeah, do that. We are waiting for it.
And we're going to use the Jag.
Oh yes, the Jag. Do that. Then I'll personally make sure that you'll get a 1 lap head start minimum.
In a slow car.
The Jag is unfortunately about 3 seconds a lap slower than anything.
So what?
No, that's not true. That's not true. It's about the same pace as the BMW M6.
Oh, is it?
No.
And
I got a Porsche or a Ferrari.
And the retire Lamborghini engineering, whatever car that is, the Gallardo one.
Oh, the Retterer. Yeah, I think Amanda will go with the Porsche. That's what I'm driving myself when I do race, so we'll go with the Porsche.
Oh, the oldest of the Porsches. Good idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would love to see that one on track.
With Lapias.
Exactly. Plus, I'm an F1 driver, so...
Oh yeah, they don't know that you do all the testing for Mercedes.
What you don't know is I'm secretly the Stig,
Ah, of course.
Well, you're not giving it away, you're not secretly the Stig now.
You're the Stig and Stefan are the Sting.
Yes. I like a bottom thing like a thing.
I don't know what's happened, boys.
I don't know why you keep inviting us into this chat.
I'm just like, right, at this stage, whatever. So, I'm going to ask Amanda, what should anyone do on this YouTube stream right now? What have I been asking everyone to do pretty much all stream?
like, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed.
Yeah!
Good at that one.
And the minute you say it, there's a like going up. That's what we like to see.
There we go. You just needed a woman's touch. That was all.
That's what we all need.
Oh my god.
Whatever. Michael's even said he wants royalty. So you best get your money ready.
Wow.
I think next time we should just let Stefan and I do the entire broadcast.
Well, we'll get more dislikes than likes. So.
We'll get more monetized than the one time Chris asked me to commentate on the qualifying.
There'll definitely be a censor.
After that, Chris told us we were only allowed to show ourselves on the stream after midnight, so... You're like gremlins.
The UK, so...
Well, it's always midnight somewhere.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Man, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, it's fine.
So here's another question I'm going to ask all three is, because you've all been either watching the stream or racing that, who has impressed you each the most? Obviously not your own team now, Oliver, but who has impressed you? And Amanda, I'm going to say for you as well, you can't pick R333.
Oh. Well, obviously I missed like a huge chunk of it. But Mike, quick message me. Who do you think's done really well? Really paid attention to other people, but number 7's my lucky number, so I'm just gonna say number 7.
Okay, that's fair.
Personally, the 911 have impressed me the most because they've gotten so many drive-through penalties in the race.
Oh, that's brilliant. And Mike said to say car 74, Amanda, so I'm going to ask you again. So, sorry, Amanda, I didn't get that answer. Who did you say was the most impressive?
It's 74, but to be fair, I did predict 74 in my lineup right at the start.
You did, absolutely. You absolutely did.
I probably should have stuck with that.
Well, the 911 and the car that's last at the minute, they are also the most impressive that they keep going like soldiers.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Obviously, I think we'll get them from the screen time as well at some point soon.
We're giving them a little bit. But yeah, for me, the Lex is definitely
we have holding back Margaret once or twice or for many years. Maybe.
But I do have to say though, even if you come in last place on the race, well done for completing it, because I've watched. I mean, I don't know how many cars started. My memory's not great, and like I said, I was doing my makeup.
29.
So I've watched races where people have crashed and things have happened where they've had to come out. I remember watching one race where they were trying to get a driver back in. I don't know if you remember that. Right, I don't know. You do so many, so probably not. But just to be able to get to the end, I think is I know that for all of you guys who race and stuff, you want to come in first or you want to get as high up. I don't really know if you get points and stuff, but I think from an outsider's perspective, if you get to the end of the race and you haven't crashed your car or you've still got there, then good for you.
I agree with that one as well. Yeah, it's all about making it to the end, isn't it? It's all about persevering it. But see, it's a team event as well at the same time. You have to think of your teammates. Even if you do make a mistake, you're still going to stay going and fight until the end, because you have to put an awful lot of time into prepping for the race as a team and individually. So yeah, look.
Oh yes, we have so many left in total.
Actually, I forgot that it was this weekend, so I plan to practice next week.
Oh, shady Mark.
By the way, can you show us the 101 car?
Yeah, we'll jump on there, Tom, if you don't mind, bro.
I'll cheer to that.
You haven't been around for long enough to remember that meme.
No.
The legend of the 101 car. Have we ever told you the story?
No, go for it, go on.
No, I think we actually told you at Suzuka maybe. No, Stefan will tell it, he's the best at that.
No, we have to finish the race before the story ends, so...
Okay. But,
it's quite long and
by the way, can you read my message in the stream?
Yeah, you said you're no means affiliated with Oliver, but someone help him. Sorry, you're being held hostage. Just home twice if you're being held hostage.
No, you're fine.
Yes, I am.
And Kieran Vidango is after saying 169 for him. The consistent speed has been amazing. Yeah, look, obviously the guys out leading have been absolutely unbelievable. Tough. They're they're better than Humpty Dumpty. They got cracked once with the rain, but they've come back much stronger. But they've been absolutely phenomenal. Let's be fair about that. And the unsung hero as well is Tom Vandermeer in the background, has been broadcasting all race long. And I think he doesn't get enough kudos for what he does. And Chris Hill as well when he's in doing the broadcasting, because it's an awful lot of work.
Chris Hill. Never give Chris Hill any credit. He'll just be all overconfident and stuff. It's not good.
You just can't get over that he didn't buy you a pizza.
It's one of the 101 stories. That's actually where the pizza comes from, the original race. Many years ago.
That's very fair. So Mike's after saying there now for him, 74 takes the cup. Started P2, dived into the pits, did the whole first stint on dry tyres and came from 2 laps down to land on the podium. Just an epic team drive. They pitted right at the end of the formation lap, which I do remember. I seen it, Mike. You're absolutely dead right. I don't know. For some reason, I think, Mike, you've hit me on the head with that one. But nobody is mentioning the guys in the Only Audi as well. P14 is quite a decent position in the Audi because it hasn't been the most loved of cars of late in the last few bops.
I wonder why.
But that goes to show how well they're doing in P14.
Yeah, also if you haven't noticed the ping next to the logo of the Audi, that's also quite incredible that they haven't mixed more.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice that.
Oh, I noticed. I was right behind them at one point, and they were like rubber banding like crazy.
Oh Jesus!
Like, what am I supposed to do here?
Cry. It's just in constant red.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but they keep going, and it must be hell for them as well, because for them the other cars must be rubber banding. Oh, the hot air balloon cars off.
I'd say they're getting dizzy driving it. So, just to explain to Amanda.
This is the car that spun on the pit exit that I almost murdered in the start of the race.
Jesus. So, Amanda, besides, see where car 14 is, the Hobart?
Yeah.
And then right beside that you see the emblem with Audi, and on the left side of that you see a flashing red thing?
Yes. Well, it's not flashing, but I can see a plus 15 or something.
Oh, no, to the very left of that side of it, so to the left of the Audi sign.
Oh, yes. I didn't even notice that, yeah.
So that is a ping. That means their internet is absolutely shit.
Ah.
And their connection, like the car could jump around, it looks like the car be dancing. And it's very, very tough for the drivers around, so.
And what is the red 15? Does that mean they've increased by 15 seconds?
They've got a 15-second penalty. So when you see a red ping come out there, whether it's 5, 10, 15, that would mean that there's a time penalty added. And if you see the SG for the stop go, that means, the DT means drive through, then the SG is stop go. So if you see the SG30, they have to go into the pit, stop for 30 seconds, then drive out. So that's way worse than the stop go.
Oh, because the DT is where they go through the pits too fast, right?
Yeah.
So what could they have done to get this 15-second penalty?
Oh, I can tell you exactly what they did.
Okay.
Not a bit salty at all, go on.
They murdered the Mode 11 car. That's what they did. They had a small collision at, let's say, at the end of Camel Straight coming into Lake Com. Lake Whom we had to come obviously on the streams.
Come here, I just want to ask Adam Locke, what do you mean potato internet? I have no clue what Hobart's from. Leave the Irish internet alone now. Our potatoes are great.
The what?
Potato internet. Just if someone's bad internet, they call it potato internet. Adam Locke and the guys.
Oh, I like what Mike put. It implies that they're engaging boost, right? So on I can't remember what the film is where they have NOS and they press it and the cars just zoom off.
Fast and Furious?
Oh, it's a tank engine.
Like Fast and Furious and stuff. where they like press a button and the car just.
Oh, that's just fun.
I heard it Narnia, actually.
No, you're right. Yeah, and they like the nitrous. I know exactly what you're talking about. Do you know what? He's not far off, to be fair. It's like nitrous when a car just pings off the track and then just joins it magically in front of you. Yeah, it's something, if you ever do a bit of racing, Amanda, you'll understand what we mean. It scares the living shit. It happened to me in a race in Kyalami with Matthew Gamble that was racing here actually with your brother. And his car pinged and then arrived in the middle of my car, set me off into all wrote off, but he kept driving around the track. He didn't know what happened.
Oh my gosh.
It's horrible. It was funny though.
So you literally like all of a sudden have a car in your car? Is that how it?
Yeah, or it could fly up in the air for a minute, or just goes to the left or to the right. It's the placement of the car on the track. Obviously, with bad internet, it's just all over the place.
Yeah. Oh god.
It's quite impressive with staying in red, flashing all race. But back to the racing, guys. We'll have a look. There is gaps actually have happened down in P23. Year team, guys.
This is actually an important battle. We got Dominic Easy from Team Hot Air Balloon earlier this season, and now he's about to overtake one of their cars. So this is actually a revenge move for him.
Nice.
It's part of the story. So this means a lot to him to overtake this car. He has talked about nothing else most of the season, that he wants to beat this team.
Let's be
so the 2 hot air balloon cars, that's always the target for us, and he's about to beat one of them, although he did cut Radion quite badly there. It looked like.
I've seen that, yeah. Well, I love that Adam Locke knew exactly what I was talking about. He said Gamble internet is legendary. When you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm heading off and back to the Le Mans party.
Okay, don't be missing Amanda too much now.
I'll be thinking of it all night.
I'm glad I made you a bit, chirpy. I mean, you're not in pole position, so I've got to find a way to make you happy somehow, right?
Yeah.
That was a good burn.
I know that you could probably think of a good way or two.
Oh my god, dude.
No, definitely not, no.
Okay, I think I'm just using that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He's gone. Oh, that was terrible.
Dear.
You're able to handle them anyway.
Yeah.
But we're down into the last 28 and a half minutes, Amanda. So you see now, with P22 as a DT beside the name, they have a drive-through now. So the reason why they get drive-throughs is mainly down to track limits. And by track limits, when you run too wide and you keep the accelerator in and you gain like a small advantage. So the main thing is you need to keep your car between the 2 white lines, and sometimes you can kind of run a little bit further on some of the exits, depending on the exit. Well, if you run too far and you keep the throttle in, you'll get a track warning. When you build up 3 track warnings, that's when the game will issue you a drive-through.
Ah.
So once you get your 3rd track warning, you do it again, it's an immediate drive-through. The stop-go 30 happens for speeding in the pit lane. So if you're going into the pit lane and you are speeding just before or just beyond the marker, depending on how severe it is, and depending obviously on the server settings, some servers, if you do speed in the pit lane, might just completely disqualify you from the race, while some will give you the stop-go 30.
Wow. That's pretty harsh, but the rules are the rules.
Absolutely, 100%. But just to give you a bit of a heads up with that, on what that kind of stuff is when it pops up. At least you know now what that is, and the reason why they get it. It's very, very simple. You can always then be able to say the drive-through happens literally for track limits.
Yeah, of course.
And obviously, you're too good of a driver to ever have even heard of it. That's why you haven't really known too much about it, because you've never needed to know.
No, exactly.
That's exactly it. And in fairness, Chris Vicker's doing a good job for your brother's team now up in P6, as we're on now with the race leader, Jonas Hakala, who's been, let's just be honest, probably the most impressive driver out of them all tonight. He's been just stupid fast, and even with the track temperature now at 16 degrees and air temperature, like they have done the fastest lap in the last stint is just phenomenal.
Yeah, no, it's really great, and I think, you know, that whole team has just been great, consistent the whole way through. So
yeah, 100%. As Jay Boris says, 74 teams drive today. I think everyone kind of agrees that Spanklink and the team in that 74, from literally starting in the pits, have done a phenomenal job, and that's a very, very hard-earned podium position.
Yeah, and you know, they did start on dry tires. It was raining. It was a gamble, but it's, you know, it's worked.
100%, 100%. It's like you're a natural here. Telling you, it's brilliant. And was it 169 seems way too, I can't read it with the love heart on the way, fast today. There we go. But yeah, so Amanda, what livery has been your favourite looking livery? And by that, Joe, the designs over the cars. What car has looked the coolest today for you?
I do like the look of the Porsche. But that's just me being, no, dunno. I've not really paid much attention to the looks of them. But I like the spoiler look from like the back.
Yeah.
When you're looking from inside the car to the back, I like the look of the spoiler of the Porsche. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. I think the Porsche is, for me, I just love it anyway at the minute, but it is one of the cooler cars. The new version of the McLaren is absolutely phenomenal as well, and it sounds really nice inside, as we're on with the Porsche of Dennis Verhoeven in 4th position at the minute. Doing a great job there as well. And did you know, Amanda, that in SSRI, if you are a staff and you keep doing commentary and stuff like that, you become a premium member for free?
I mean, I don't have the time to be on here all the time, but, you know, every now and then. Right.
I think every now and then it'd be good enough, because you're actually very good at the commentary as well.
I don't know what I'm talking about, and I bet the people watching are like, who the hell is this woman? But, you know.
I'm going to tell you a secret. I have no clue what I'm talking about.
You do. You do.
I don't. But honestly, that's the joys of doing commentary, man. That is very simple. You're just telling the story of what you're looking at. So when you're looking at a car overtaking, you're discussing it, and, you know, being able to say, oh, he went around the outside, because overtaking around the outside around some of these corners is very, very tough, and it's really impressive. So when you actually see it happening, you know, you're saying it, you're talking about it, and giving it back to them, and that's all it is. And you've got a great voice in you there, and you're doing a great job. Even how you discussed car 74 starting on dry tires, and that it was just in your head. Do you know what I mean? So you're very, very good at what you're doing. Honestly, well done.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No bother. And see, your brother has said that he misses the Porsche Ari. That was a Porsche that had a Ferrari livery on it. It was the weirdest thing you'd ever see in your life.
It was a Porsche that had a Ferrari.
So they put like Ferrari badges on it and all red and made it look like a Ferrari.
Ah. It
was a brain cluster is all I'm going to say. I won't use bad language on the stream, but it was weird looking. I had nightmares for days.
Well, he seemed to like it.
It's brilliant. Adam Lux says, wait till you see our Quartermash 720 livery when it's ready. Nice one. I will be looking forward to that. While I was off stream, I was actually busy making liveries. It was great fun. I done a Mercedes AMG livery that looked like the W11 2020 Formula 1 car kind of style. It was very...
I mean, I don't know cars at all. So if I'm describing a car, I tend to just say the colour. So...
Well, what I'm going to do, if you ever do get driving, I will personally make you the most girliest livery to drive around in.
Yes, I want a bright pink one.
I will happily make you the most pinkiest, girliest car ever, and I'll have your name in it, Everton.
Thanks. Oh, can't wait.
We have to make sure you're faster than your brother, though.
Oh, I will be.
That's what I like to hear.
He's better at a lot of stuff than me, so this is the one thing I want to be better than him at.
Absolutely. Well, look, you're better than him in life by being here. You got through dealing with Oliver, and that in itself is a feat.
I think a gold medal for that one, yeah.
100%. I don't know how you done it. And we're on now with Eric Young. They had a drive-through earlier on, hence they are down in 8th position. Where are they in terms? They're about 43 seconds off 7th position, about 18 seconds clear. The biggest mover, it's not even a mover, it's because there's a few people in the pits now. We've got Eimer Halvart in the pit, if I'm saying that name correctly. D. Higgins is in the pit. Let me see who else is yet to pit. I think Chris Vickers will have to go in yet. He's now on 1 hour and 5 minutes of a stint. That's going to kill him having the pit. Everyone else, I think, is fine. Are we? Mackenberg possibly has to pit, I think, in 13th position. And I think that is it. Everyone else should be able to make it to the end. Very, very close, though, is Branchini. Stint-wise, they're going to be touch and go. If it goes an extra lap, it could be dodgy. Well, I'm delighted that you've joined as well, so thanks very much for joining for the last hour. You've definitely made it way more eventful when the lads came in as well.
Yeah, no, I've enjoyed it, but I know that, like the last 20 minutes are quite, key for the race, so I'm going to let you crack on, and I'm just going to observe in the background, and I'm rooting for everyone. I hope that when Vickers comes out the pit, he's able to maybe sneak into second and stay there. Into 7th even. But yeah, well done to everybody as well, and thank you so much for having me. It's
been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And just so you know, Mike was saying that they're going in this lap for their pit now, so Chris is coming in this lap as well. Honestly, Amanda, it's been a pleasure. Stay in the Discord, and by all means,
I will.
Jump in any time. It's been a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you, and have a lovely evening.
You too. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. There you go, guys. That was the best commentator known to esports now. Amanda was in there for the last 40 odd minutes, and it was great to have her in and chatting away and discussing the racing. She actually, for a person that says she's not knowledgeable, she knew quite a bit. So very well done to her. As well with Chris now, as it looks like he's going to enter the pits now. It's going to be tough for him, but it has to be done now in the last 18 and a bit minutes to go. This is now the bread and butter. All the hard work for the last 12, just about 12 hours now, is coming down to this. Everyone is probably breathing a sigh of relief now, as they're now within 20 minutes of finishing a hard slog of a race. Spa is a tough race even for an hour. 12 hours is just unbelievable, so very well done to the lot of them. And anyone, even if they've disconnected and their team isn't racing now, fair play to them. It's great to have everyone involved, and if you ever do come across this stream and you've watched it till now, thanks very much for doing so. But also, if you're looking to get in racing with SSRI, go onto their website. The links to all the socials are there. The Discord is there. I think the link for the Discord is in the YouTube channel as well. Jump in, get involved. It's a very, very friendly community. It's a massive community. They've league racing, they've everything else there as well. So let's see how we get on, guys. It's been absolutely brilliant, and SSRI never let us down. I'm kind of known with this league since November of last year, and they've doing nothing but impress me with the professionalism of how they run the leagues, how they go about advertising it, how they conduct themselves is probably the best way of saying in their Discord. There's never kind of any real negativity in the Discord as well. It's always fun, it's very light-hearted. There's some very funny channels in there as well where you can have a crack with memes and gifs and stuff like that as well. It's honestly, it's a great place, and look, you've got the likes of Tom and Chris, all the stewards that absolutely give their heart and soul in, week out, working their butts off. And this is done for passion and the love of what it is, which is esport racing. where all you crazy people come and race, and anyone that loves motorsport at all enjoys watching. So yeah, don't be afraid to join in, as Chris Vickers is out in 9th, so Chris will have his bit between the teeth. He's going to be on fresh tyres, lower fuel, and Crawford is only 6 seconds up the road. And Stephen Hoffman has got a race, very friendly and professional environment, and Oliver. I'd agree with that. Poor Oliver. But, you know, everyone's allowed to have a bit of fun as well. It's not an overbearing community. Even though there's some aliens in here as we're seeing tonight, there's no egos involved. You know, there is some communities that may be a little bit, you know, tougher, I suppose, to kind of get around and get involved with. While here, it's an easy thing. They make it a joy to be a part of. Was just a splash and dash for Vickers. Okay, so he's literally just done fuel cap tyres. So he's already pulled in a few tenths. I'm keeping an eye there on this one now. So he's 6.1 seconds off. So let's see how he goes. And Verhoeven is only literally 0.7 off car 74. So car 16 is right on the back here. So this is going to be super interesting. Wow, and the difference in stints. Verhoeven is on slightly older tyres than Spankling. Spankling is on 46 minute old tyres, while it is Verhoeven on 51 and a bit minute old tyres. So that's about 3 laps in the difference there of each of their stints. So this is very interesting. Oh, Sam just lapped Verhoeven, was it? Oh, sorry, that was me getting all crazy. Yeah, I do apologise. I was looking at the gap and not the gap to the leader. I just got excited seeing that small gap when they were close together. Oh, that's how it is after a long day. But yeah, so the gap to the leader, boys, yeah, there's no one fighting on track. And even Vickers is close enough. He's only 6 seconds off. And also, actually, P15 is under pressure from Van der Linden. 0.3 of a second off is Van der Linden. So that's a real time battle on the track. So that'll be interesting to see how we get on there as we jump on board now. Look how close he is. 0.1 of a second, 0. Is he gonna? I don't know if the Porsche is gonna have the guts. It's gonna get beside. It looks like he might have the guts. Oh, the Audi is right there, but somehow the Porsche has kept the Audi at bay. I'm shocked, because the Porsche ain't fast in a straight line. Well, I tell you one thing, it's faster this sector here through the bendy bits. He's going to pull out quite a bit of a lead there now. Fair play to him. P3 has lapped P4, correct. That's unbelievable. P3 are... you can only imagine what way this race would have went if they were not 2 minutes down. If they didn't have to fight through traffic and back markers and everything else, it'd be a juicy ending to this race, I can tell you that much. That was a great move there. So we're on now with Fabio Soares in 10th position. He's 4 laps down off the race leaders after 12 hours, or nearly 12 hours, should I say. Unbelievable. And on with Ricardo Marcilla. The greatest thing I've ever seen in an esports race. They've done a phenomenal job as well. Like, that Audi is, you know, it's not a car that is loved at all nowadays. A lot of people have discarded it. I know a guy called Gary Smith who absolutely stood by the Audi, had left the Audi a few months ago, back in January-ish. So it just goes to show They're doing such an amazing job. If they're in a kind of boxed car, they might be a little bit further up, but they mightn't be enjoying it as much as they are now. Narcox. Yeah, we're in no man's land, really. We equals them. I'm not doing jack. Fair. So guys, do me a favour if you don't mind. I'll ask you one more time. Will you smash that like button out of it for SSRI? We got the part 1 up to about 43, 44 likes. Let's beat this up over 20 before the end of the race. That'll be phenomenal in the few hours since we changed over. And we've got 23 of you amazing people still watching. Jonas Hackler now, we're on with the race leaders with 11 minutes to go and they've been absolutely nothing but brilliant. So we'll stay on here for a lap and a half there with these guys and enjoy. You just really have to appreciate the driving that they're doing out there. It's been absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, so dead race. So once the timer hits 0, that'll be on the last lap. And if the last lap, just say they're going on to the last lap and there's like a minute and a half left, that will be then the last lap. Oh no, the Lexus is in the pits. Are they going to lose a position? Highly unlikely, being the honest answer. Interestingly enough though, in 15th position, car 36th under best lap, last lap at 2:18.627. So they're absolutely flying out there now. Fair play to them. The track temperature and air temperature 15 degrees. So that's unbelievable there. They're driving for lap 300 now. I'd say so, yeah. Realistically, lap 300 is fairly accurate. That's amazing pace, isn't it? And here we're Verhoeven in the 610 Motorsport car. And doing a very good job there. Unfortunately, P4 is the best result they can get now. And Leach is far enough behind, they don't need to worry about it. Chris Vickers is down to 4 seconds against Crawford. Does he have the time or pace left, should I say, to try and catch up? He's only pulled in about 2 seconds there in about 15 or 13 minutes or so. I don't think so, realistically. But we'll see how it goes. Stranger things have happened. So let's see how it goes, guys. I'm just literally looking at the gaps and everything else to see what else is happening out there, but it looks like we're fairly steady to the end, guys. It's a matter of bringing it home. Unless someone has an incident or if someone gets a drive through, it can change things, but realistically it's looking like we are finishing with Hakkila P1, Francini in P2, Spanklink in P3, Verhoeven in P4, Leach in P5, Wargers in P6, Ed Young, is it? In P7, it should be. Yeah, Ed Young in 7th. Then we got Crawford in 8th, Vickers in 9th, Soares in 10th. Then we have Van Duren in 11th. Then Van der Kraan in 12th, Mackenberg in 13th, Zydek in 14th, Van der Linden in 15th, Marsiria in 16th, Mahali, is it, in 17th, Higgins in 18th, Barth in 19th, Johnson in 20th, Wessels in 21st, Geese in 22nd. Then we have Eckstein in 23rd, Van Horn in 24th, Tyler in 25th, and bringing it home in P26 is Lenkins. And it's been great. Let me have a look here as well. So yeah, there was lap 297 for the leader, and last position is lap 284. So look, they've done good, even with their hard trials and tribulations to keep going. Fastest lap for, even just to show you, the fastest lap for the people in last is faster than a good few people ahead of it as well. Actually, quite a few. The only people to break the 217s have been the race leader. P2 have been close in a 218.050. P3 218.1. 219 for a 4th position. A 218.3 for 5th. So to be fair, yeah, you can see up there the full list in there. So been unbelievable. Seeing all the laps there as well. Fair play, Tom. I want to give a shout out to SGP, which is the logo on the screen there as well. They're hosting the servers, doing a phenomenal job with SSRI, Simsport Solutions. So don't be afraid to follow Simsport Race International on YouTube, on Twitter. Get involved in the Discord as well. And yeah, they'll be more than happy to have you in, guys, as we are now in the last 2 minutes. So technically, we will be going on to the last lap once the leader crosses the line. So the leader should be going through Where is he now? Let me have a look. 169. And let's look it on the map. Ah, there he is. He's going through. If I remember the name of the corner now, my brain's gone to mush. That's Eric Young's going around the bus stop to the second last corner. It's great to see so many people joining in to watch the end of the race, to cheer on the drivers as they come home. Eric Young will have at least another lap or 2 laps to do. As in about 10 or 15 seconds time, I think we need to jump on with the leader who's coming around into Sector 3, and we'll jump on with them for the last time. Will they get to 300 laps? They actually won't. They'll only be starting 299 and they'll finish on the 300. So 299 is going to be the last time. Amanda saying bring it home Vickers. Blanchimont. Honestly, Mike, I can't remember. My brain's going to mush at this stage. So we're going into the bus stop now. Jonas Hakala, who has been sensational along with all his team members there. They're going to bring this home. They've had an absolutely brilliant race. And as you hear there, the leader is going on to the final lap, which is absolutely brilliant. So Hakala, Mead and Hullman have done a super job. That team have been exceptional from start to finish. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. They've just been unbelievable. Unbelievable. Then Brancini, Senator, Trappini and Zamparati in P2 have been unbelievable also. In P3 it is Spenkling, Vidigo and Junior have done a great job as well. So everybody involved here has done brilliantly. Well done, guys. And thanks to all the viewers for watching, the likes of Amanda, Mike, Pika, Noel, Oliver, Adam. You know, Mike has been in there. Nelson has been in. We've had Marvin at some stages as well. Who else have we had in? We've had J-Bot Racing, Michael Huizinga, Nard Cox Music, and several others, and I'm sorry if I can't remember all the names now, but has been quite a bit. As we are on this leader, just taking it nice and easy now, not needing to overdrive it, has the job done. Hit the 6th gear and relaxing. That's been a masterclass here from the guys today. I think he's trying to slow down enough maybe to let P2 up to him. If anyone was smart to slow down and stay behind him, not to do another lap. And here we have it, the race leader across the line. Absolutely phenomenal. So lap 300 it ends on. That has been a masterclass from the guys in car 169. Absolutely hats off to you. Phenomenal stuff. Wow. Thanks very much, Adam. That's been absolutely brilliant. And the excellent commentator has been Amanda in my eyes, jumping in for the last 40 minutes with me before she jumped out to let us bring in the end of this race. Amanda's been phenomenal. Hopefully we get more of Amanda in. And if anyone wants to join in the commentators booth, guys, there's room for everybody. Don't be afraid to jump in. And it's always a bit of fun. But guys, honestly, well done to every single one of you drivers on the track tonight. Whether you've won the race, whether you've come second, third, last or midfield. Absolutely phenomenal stuff to a lot of yous. As the Nicky Lauda would say, my hat off and tip the hat to you. It's been absolutely brilliant. Unbelievable. Well, Tom, I have to say one thing, a massive well done to you, mate. That is no easy thing to be broadcasting that long, mate. You've been absolutely fabulous. But guys, hopefully we'll get a few of the drivers and teams in. It doesn't matter where you are, guys. If you want to come in for a quick chat on the stream, jump into that interview waiting room and we will get you in. It'll be a pleasure to speak to you and get your experience, no matter where you've finished. Mike, well done to you and your team. You've done absolutely brilliant. Marvin Mecklenburg saying congrats to 169. J-Bach, GG's, everyone, great race. And it's great to see the people coming in and appreciating just how good the racing was. I'm sure there's celebrations going on with all the teams, because honestly, to make it through in endurance is amazing. I'm delighted for every single one of them. They might be too tired to jump into the chat now. And that is absolutely understandable. But guys, so you are aware, the next race is September the 9th in Silverstone, and a 10-hour endurance is the next one. There is a bit of a summer break, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant. And we have some great races then coming up for the rest of it. We have then, after Silverstone, we've got the Monza 8-hour on October the 14th, the Kyalami 24-hour charity event on November the 11th, and the Watkins Glen or DLC 6-hour race then December the 9th to bring down the season 2 closing of the SSRI endurance, being super successful. And everybody in there, you can see in the in-game chat, guys, are all saying GG. Everyone, I think, is kind of relieved as well. They've gotten through it and done what they've done. It's an achievement. It's been absolutely brilliant. So Tom, it doesn't look like anybody is coming in, but I want to recap. As you see, we did start off in a wet track. It was a wet qualifying with a wet race start up until 30 minutes in, then it dried out. Then it was dry ice for a good bit. There was a bit of rain for a little bit again, and it's dried out. So it's been mainly a dry event for the guys in Spa. And the track temperature, there was great involvement near the end. So the track temperature from most of the race was about 30-31 degrees, and then obviously in the dark dropped down to about 15 degrees by the end. So there was quite a bit of track evolution by the end of that one there. But so guys, we have Jonas coming in now, and so Jonas, very, very, very well done. How chuffed are you and the team?
Very. If you would be so kind, you could drag those guys in here as well. They're in the way.
Yeah, I'll throw them in here now. There we go. Well done, lads. It's been phenomenal from the lot of yous. Now, Hackley just said there, look, he had to carry us.
Oh, yeah.
I'm only messing. No, honestly, well done to the lot of yous, guys. It's no mean feat. As I was saying there, like, literally from about 30 minutes in, you took the lead and you didn't really look back.
Yeah, it was. It was a
no,
good
James.
race. But I was going to say, let Beaker speak. No, I'm going to let Beaker speak. So
I thought the question was directed at Jonas, but yeah, it was. Everything went like really well. Like my pace wasn't the best today, but it didn't need to be, and it was good enough still. And yeah, it's we were driving 300 laps, and then we won.
It was unbelievable. But you were saying that you might have had the overall speed. You were doing absolutely brilliant. And the main thing is, it's not about overall speed and endurance. Consistency is the biggest thing here. It's great to be fast, but some people that are fast like to make a lot of mistakes. You kept it on track and you done exactly what you needed to do. So I'd actually say, Robin, it's you that carried the two boys. What about that?
Yeah, no, that's true. No, everything went like perfect in that regard. We had no issues with pit stops. We had no tire pressures that were set incorrectly, or no used sets or wet tires when it was dry, or drive-throughs in the pits, or crashes on the roofs, or all those things that can go wrong. That did not happen to us today. Apparently if that is the case, then we can win races. So let's hope we can make that be the case more often.
100%. Can I ask, did you get any track warnings throughout the race?
Yeah, we were on 3. I got 2.
Oh, wow.
But then,
We were on 3. Yeah, Robin got 2. I got 1, and after we had the third one, we were just okay. Now we're just dedicating one guy. The guy who's spectating is now just track limit watcher. So if your tire goes outside the white line, you just yell that lift immediately.
Wow.
So we just decided, we can't get the drive through now. That's it's too costly to get one at that point, especially around Spa with the pit lane being as long as it is. So, but we were nursing that very very nicely, and even though against the wishes of my teammates, I still wanted to get that fastest lap on my final stint.
Seen that.
It was going a bit Max Verstappen on us, but yeah.
Yeah, I had to quote full F1 at the end. It was literally right. You've got it now. Like finish it with between the white lines, please. Now, Yanni.
I don't know what you're even talking about. He's had it.
James had it before, so I needed to beat him.
So it was more of a bit of a dick swing competition.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's been, honestly, guys, it's been phenomenal for RC. But I'm going to drag in everyone. There's a load of people waiting, so I'm just going to drag everyone in. We'll have a bit of chaos here, guys. So bear with me. I'm just going to drag every single person in here, and you can tell them all how amazing you are, lads.
No, I think GG to everyone in there.
Yeah,
it was a great race from all of you. I know the Racing Point team. I know you guys. You were really pushing us hard at the end. Well, all the way through, but especially at the end, we were definitely conscious. And that drive back from your terrible start, it seemed. Sam and Kieran and Dave, all you guys. I can't believe you actually got it on the podium. That's mega.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, very much props to all of the teams. Racing Point, you really kept us on our toes there. I was, a nervous wreck half the race, thinking, we gotta not lose too much time here now. It was nerve-wracking watching you guys being so quick as well.
Yeah, it's been a nice race. Unfortunately, at the end, some damages and maybe wrong setup, that was low. At the end, it's been a good race. I enjoyed. GG guys, you too, for the result.
Fair play, he's done a great job on second, but the fan favourites though on the stream was definitely P3 with Spanklink and the guys, because that was a phenomenal achievement to literally start basically in the pits, work your way through on the wrong set of tyres through the rain, then obviously it's right out, and to end up then on a podium is just, it's sick.
Yeah, it was all calculated. I think James said at the start, I bet you can't win from the pit, so that's what we tried.
He was right.
That's unbelievable. Everybody in the stream was loving it.
No, it was just a mega fuck up from me. I accidentally bolted on dry tires at the start. So I was then like, okay, let's just box on the outlap, because then we can at least start on wets. So drove into the pits, but apparently the pits is closed or something. As soon as you cross the pit line, it just locks your control for, I don't know, until it goes green plus 20 seconds.
Oh my God.
And then the nice things comes out, and you drive through the long Spa pit lane, and then you look for your pit box, but it's nowhere. So we still couldn't pit. So we still had to go out and race again, and then we're like, okay, we're just gonna drive with the dry tires in the medium rain, which we did for, I don't know, the 15 minutes that it was medium rain. and then slowly the track came back to us. But yeah, we were lapped down by then, and it's really hard to recover from with these guys in the channel here having crazy pace, of course.
Absolutely, the whole lot. You said crazy pace, but to be fair, it was a very, very clean endurance race, even with back markers and stuff like that. Overall, I have to say it was one of the cleanest endurance I've seen in quite a while.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think everyone behaved really well. Of course, you get some tight moments everywhere, like sometimes a pace difference, and you just get caught out, and someone has to like send it up the inside. But also when that happened, like the awareness from the back markers was really great. I think. Yeah, the amount of incidents that I've seen in the chat, of course, that also accounts for. I mean, there weren't that many. I think people behaved really well and raced like there was proper racecraft involved here.
Yeah, I have to agree very much there. We tend to have we tend to have sometimes quite headache with trying to lap people, but today they made it beautiful for us. So I have to thank everyone for that one. It's very beautiful to see.
Is there anyone that hasn't said that and that I'd like to say something or slag someone off or anything?
I just want to say thanks to Simsport Racing for having me back.
Tell me what happened, go on.
Nothing, I just got caught out with regular life and
fair.
Yeah, everything just got a bit on top of me. But yeah, it's good to be back with the team. And driving with Sam and Nard and Dave again.
Yeah, that must have been fun, right?
Yeah, it was a great first race back. It couldn't have been better.
Glad to have you back, buddy.
He's had a mixture of everything. And lads, I'm going to ask you all one question before we do finish up the stream. Silverstone next, 10-hour race. How are you feeling? Are you looking forward to it? Are you kind of probably some of you mightn't be looking forward to it? I know one of you isn't really a big fan of Silverstone.
I'll pass on that one. I hope you're feeling more up for it, Yonta.
Silverstone. It's a nice track. I'm not very good at it though. Spa is my favorite track, so I spend the most time there. So we could do that again for 10 hours.
Hope to see some serious rain in Silverstone.
Oh, there definitely will be. It's Silverstone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys were flying in the rain. We had no chance there.
Especially. We start we did as a hybrid setup, and the drive was not so fast, but was quite good in rain. Let's see in Silverstone we can do.
Yeah, if you do that again in Silverstone, if it's wet, then there's no one going to be staying with you. that was mighty pace.
Yeah.
Look, guys, that was brilliant. I want to thank everyone that has raced, whether you came first, last, or in between. You've all done absolutely brilliant. 12 hours is no mean feat. So very well done to every single one of you. Thanks to everyone who's watched, who's liked the stream, who's subscribed to Simsport Racing, or even joined the Discord after. And Tom, thank you very much, because you're the unsung hero doing the broadcast for so long there as well. So well done, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we'll see you for the next endurance on September 9th. Take it easy.
Thank you, guys. Take it easy.
Thanks for the comms.
No problem, boys.